It was a rainy Sunday afternoon, the kind of afternoon that feels long and quiet. Ella was bored. She had finished her homework. She had watched all her favorite shows. She was looking for anything to do. Her mother called from the kitchen. "Ella, why don't you help Grandma clean out the old closet upstairs? She's been wanting to do it for years."
Ella Said.
Cleaning a dusty closet did not sound fun, but she had nothing better to do. She walked up the stairs to the small room at the end of the hall. Her grandmother was already there. She was a small woman with soft white hair and kind eyes.
"Ah, ella."
"Thank you for helping me," she said. The closet was dark and full of boxes. It smelled like old paper and memories. "We should start with this big box in the corner," Grandma said. Ella pulled the heavy box into the light. She opened it. Inside were old books, some ribbons, and a few candlesticks. Nothing very interesting. Then, at the very bottom, her fingers touched something smooth and stiff. It was a large, old book with a leather cover. It wasn't a book for reading. It was a photo album. "Grandma, look what I found," Ella said. She carried the album to the small bed and sat down. Her grandmother sat next to her, a small smile on her face. Ella opened the cover carefully. The pages were yellow and delicate. The first few photos were black and white, very formal. Serious-looking people in old-fashioned clothes. Ella turned the pages slowly. Then one photograph caught her eye. It was different from the others. It was smaller, and the edges were faded white. It showed a young woman, maybe 17 or 18. She was sitting on a low stone wall, laughing. Her head was thrown back, and her long, dark hair was blowing in the wind. She looked so free,
So happy.
so familiar. "Who is this, Grandma?" Ella asked, pointing to the laughing girl. Her grandmother was silent for a long moment. She reached out and gently touched the faded picture with her fingertip. A soft sigh escaped her lips. "That," she said, her voice quiet and full of feeling, "is me." Ella looked from the photo to her grandmother's face. She tried to see the girl and the woman. She saw the same kind eyes. But the girl in the picture seemed like a different person. A wild, joyful person Ella had never met. "You?"
Ella whispered.
"But you look so different." Grandma laughed a little. "I was different, my dear. That was a long, long time ago. Before the war. Before I met your grandfather. Before I crossed the ocean." Ella listened, her boredom completely forgotten.
"Tell me," she said.
And so, her grandmother began to talk. The rain tapped gently on the window as the afternoon light faded. The girl in the photo was named Lena. She lived in a small village near green, rolling hills. Her family had a farm with sheep and a few apple trees. "My life was simple," Grandma said, "but it was full. I woke up with the sun. I helped my mother in the house. I helped my father in the fields. But my favorite thing," she said, her eyes twinkling, "was to run. I would run to the top of the highest hill. I felt like I could see the whole world from there. The wind would rush past me." That's where this picture was taken. My friend Anna took it. She said she wanted to catch my laughter. Ella looked at the photo again.
Now she could see it.
The girl wasn't just sitting on a wall. She was perched on the wall of her own family's farm, looking out at those hills. Ella had always known her grandmother as calm, gentle, and a little tired. She made the best apple pie. She always had a knitting project in her hands. She worried if Ella stayed out too late. This girl, Lena, was an adventurer. "What happened?" Ella asked softly. "Life happened," Grandma said. She turned the page of the album. The next photos were darker, more serious. The war came. The world changed. We had to leave our home. It was a very difficult time. We traveled for a long, long time. I had to be strong, not wild. I had to be careful, not free. She explained how her family finally came to this country, to this city. She learned a new language. She worked in a factory. It was there she met Ella's grandfather, a quiet, kind man who also came from far away. We built a new life together. A good life. A safe life. I became a wife. Then a mother. Then a grandmother. I put away my running shoes and wore an apron instead. Ella felt a sadness she couldn't quite name. She thought of her own life, her worries about school, her friends, her future. They seemed so small next to her grandmother's story, but they also felt connected. "Do you miss it?" Ella asked. "Do you miss being her?" Grandma took Ella's hand. Her hands were warm and wrinkled, the hands of a life lived with hard work and love. "Sometimes," she admitted, "when I smell rain on earth, it smells like those hills. When the wind is strong, I remember the feeling of it in my hair. But, my dear Ella, that girl is still right here." She placed her hand over her heart. "Her courage is what helped me survive. Her joy is what made me love your grandfather so deeply. Her hope is what I put into every pie I bake for you." Ella hugged her grandmother tightly. She finally understood. The faded photograph was not just a picture of a stranger.
It was a key.
It was a key to a hidden room inside her grandmother, a room full of memories and a spirit that never really went away. The serious woman who knitted by the window was also the laughing girl on the wall. They were the same person. Life had added layers, sadness, wisdom, responsibility, but the core was still there. That night, Ella asked if she could keep the faded photograph. Her grandmother agreed. Ella placed it in a simple frame on her desk. Now, when she looks at it, she doesn't just see a young girl from the past. She sees strength. She sees resilience. She sees the journey that led to her own existence. And sometimes, on a day when the wind is just right, Ella goes for a run. She runs just to feel the air on her face. She runs for herself, and she also runs for the girl named Lena. She runs for the girl who once ran on green hills far away, dreaming of a future she could not yet see. The photograph may be faded, but the story it tells is now bright and clear in Ella's heart, a timeless connection between two generations.